Hey there, welcome back, buddy. In this video, we are going to learn what is user access policies in Salesforce. Let me start with a question. Let's say you're onboarding some new user into your org, or let's say you're changing the role of an existing user. Will you be manually assigning the respective permission? Or what if I say you that there is a feature in Salesforce that can automate this permission assignment process based on some criteria, and that too completely by configuration? Obviously, we'll be choosing the second approach, right? And that's what we are going to learn in this video by taking up a use case. And the use case is that whenever the role of a specific user is being modified or changed to professor, we have to automate the assignment of a permission set which is named as user access professor. Now the first thing that you have to do is that you have to enable the user access policies. To do so, head towards the user management setting and then search for user access policies, and first enable this particular option, post which you will be seeing this option in the setup which is user access policies. Let me just create one. So let me create one new policy, and for example let me keep it as professor permission set assignment policy. Okay, and order number, let's say there are multiple policies, and based on criteria, one particular user is matching for multiple policies, let's say. So based on the priority of the order, that particular policy will be executed. Okay, and it is always a best practice to give the description. Make sure to give the description so that other developers who are coming new to your instance can easily understand what this policy does. Okay, let me just save. Now it's time to give the criteria. Okay, so upon which criteria this policy should be executed. So for that, click on edit criteria. So in this section, we do have these many options. So as per our scenario, this rule should be executed when the role is equal to professor, right? So we do also have one another operator, which is in. If you want to select multiple role, we will be using the in operator. So in our scenario, it is only one role, right? So let me select it as equals, and the value is professor. So similarly, you can add maximum 3 filters. Okay, let me try to add more than 3, and here you can see we can maximum add only 3 conditions over here. Okay, and in the second section you can filter based on the fields available in the user object. Okay, so as this is mandatory, I'm just going to give active is equal to true. The user should be active, and here what action should be executed, whether we are going to grant access or else we are going to revoke the access. In our scenario it is grant access, right? So let me select grant, and what we are going to grant, whether it's a permission set or it's a permission set group, or we are going to add it in a specific group or queue. So we can select any one of these options, but as per our use case we are going to assign the user to a particular permission set, right? So let me select it as permission set, and I do also created a permission set before, which is user access professor. Okay, now that we have set the criteria and what should be executed when the criteria matches has also been set, now let me save the policy. Awesome. Now we have two options. Either you can manually apply this policy or else you can automate this policy as well. Now let's see how to manually apply first, and then we can check how to automate the policy. So for manually to apply, click on this button, apply policy. So based on the criteria which you have set right already, which is whenever the role is professor and whenever the user is active, so the list of users who matches those criteria will be listed over here. You can select for which user the policy should be applied manually, and then you can apply to the selected user. So before applying, let me just show you. For the professor 2, currently there is no permission set has been assigned. Okay, now let me click on apply to selected users. Done. And going back to this particular page, let me check whether the permission set has been assigned successfully or not. And here you can see the permission set has been assigned successfully. Okay, and now coming back to the user access policy page, and here you can see the recent user access changes. Okay, whether it has been manually done or it's been automated, we can see that also. Now let us check how to automate this policy. For that, let me click on automate policy, and here it is asking when this policy should be executed, whenever the user is created or it is updated, or in the both the event, whether it is created or updated. Now let me select the third event and I am activating it. Awesome. Now let's check whether the automation is working as expected or not. For that, let me select the different user, which is professor 1. Currently you can see there is no permission set has been assigned and the role is teaching assistant. Okay, Now let me update the role to professor, updating it to professor. And you can see, let me refresh the page. And now you can see the permission set was successfully assigned by the user access policy. And also here in the recent user access change, let me refresh the page. And now here in the recent user access change, you can see a record has been logged for the automated process as well. So if I'm clicking on it, you will be seeing the detailed information, like what is the action, to which user it's been implemented, and what type of action has been granted as well. You can see the detailed information. Okay. And one thing that you have to keep in mind is that, let's say I'm changing the role to something else. For example, from professor to some other role. Do you think whether the permission set will be revoked? Let's test them out. So for that, let me change the role from professor to something else. For example, finance head, clicking on save. And let me refresh the page once just to confirm. And here you can see still the permission set wasn't removed. So actually what I thought that we can do is that we could have create a new user access policy, for example, revoke professor access, and we can give a criteria saying that whenever the role does not equals to professor, but that's where the issue comes in. When I'm selecting the role as a criteria, there is no operator does not equals to at all. So this makes this sort of scenario complex. So it would have been better if Salesforce is giving us one another operator which is does not equals to. I just wanted to convey these things to you guys. And one another thing that I want you to keep in mind is that we have an option to select the group, right? So we might be thinking whenever a user has been added to a public group, so this particular user access policy will be automatically triggered. So that is where we have to be careful. So basically we can automate the user access policy whenever the user is created, updated, or created or updated, right? So when you're adding the user to public group and all, this particular user access policy will not be automatically triggered. Instead, we have to apply the policy manually. In those scenario, for example, you are expecting a permission set to be assigned whenever a user has been assigned to a specific public group or so. So these are the key considerations that I want you to keep in mind when you're implementing the user access policy. We have already discussed all the key considerations except this particular point, which is maximum we can create only 200 user access policy in an organization. And yes, that's it for this video. See you next video. Thank you. Bye bye.